Hello everybody. Today we're going to learn about a topic in Python which is called data visualization. So when we talk of data visualization, the first thing which comes into our mind, how to see our data. Now it is not only in a format how we're going to see, but we are going to get our data in a graphical order, which is very important for any business concern or any data analyst to know about the set of data on which we are working on. For example, let us consider that we are going to study about a climatic or weather change of a particular place for a certain period of time. It can be 5 years or 10 years span. So when we collect the data, we need to go for a graphical representation, which becomes easier for us to analyze the data on a certain period of time. Similarly, it is not about only the climatic changes or weather reports. It can also be an analysis of datas of the marks obtained by students of a class for each subjects. This can also be implemented for a statistical study of marks obtained by students of the board examiners for last 5 years or 10 years. So in all these cases, we can see whenever we get set of data's work compiled together in a graphical form, it becomes very easy for a person to get an overview of the total content on what we are working on, or the analysis of the data can be done in a more uh, perfect manner. Okay, so the first thing what you're going to do today is we're going to learn about a package available in Python which helps us to convert our records or datas into graphical format, which will include plot function, which will include bar function, and which will also include hist function. So we are going to come across all these functions today, and we are going to also get into the practical aspect. I'll show you practically how to implement these all datas and how to implement these all functionalities in our program in order to get a statistical view of our datas. The graphical representation also will be one of the part of our output. Okay, so without wasting much time, we'll be getting into um, our core programming part. I will share my screen. Okay, so here it is. Now the platform what we are seeing here is the Anaconda platform, where we have got the spider. This is the spider on which I'm working on, spider 3.8. Okay, so here what you're going to do is you're going to code, and we're going to get the corresponding output. So which will help us to understand simultaneously how the data gets converted to our graphical representation, and we'll be changing some certain functionalities and certain parameters which will also again change the output as well. Okay, so first we are going to get into the bar function. When I say about matplotlib.pyplot, it is a sort of library under which all these functions are available. Now if you want to access this, we need an object to be created. So the first statement what you're going to code is import matplotlib dot pyplot as plt. So the first statement what we see is import matplotlib.py available. Other than these three primary graphical functions which will help us to convert our data into graphical format, we have also some more functionalities available, some more functions, inbuilt functions which are available under this particular package, like X label, Y label, which will help us to give the labeling of the axis. And here PLT is the name of the object with which we'll be accessing those functions. Okay, so let us first create a list of datas, which for us, let us consider subject. So subject is a variable which is going to contain the list of elements. Let us consider these all subjects: English, physics, chemistry. Let me write the full name of this. Okay. Thereafter, let us take another subject, IP, and then let us take bio. Okay. So you have taken into account 5 subjects. Now these 5 subjects are considered as the list elements, and the name of the list is subject. Thereafter, let us take the datas. Now data, let us take a variable data. So this is a variable which I have declared, and then let us take the subject marks 50, 60, 85, 90, and 75. So these are the corresponding marks for each of the subjects which a student have got. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to convert this into a graphical representation. Let us go for a bar graph first. Okay. So when we are going to go for the bar graph, so a very important thing what you need to remember is the function call part. Now plt dot bar. So here we can see bar is the function which we are going to call, and this function can be accessed with the help of this object plt. Okay. Now the method of writing it, the process, the parameters what you're going to give is you have to mention the subject, then the data. Let us keep it in this form. We'll change some more functionalities further. plt dot xlabel. Okay. Now mention it like this. plt dot ylabel. Let us mention it marks, and then plt dot show. Further, let us give name to this plt dot title, the name to the graph report. Okay. So here what we have done is we have first taken the access to this package matplotlib.pyplot, import matplotlib as plt. So we have to first import this library, and plt is the object which we have declared with the help of which we are going to access all the functions available under this package. Now then comes the declaration part. These two statements what we can see that which I have highlighted, subject and data. These are the two variables which are containing list of elements. Now subject is equal to English, physics, chemistry, IP, bio. So these are the list of elements which we are going to consider on the x-axis, and then comes the list of element which we have declared under data, that is 50, 60, 85, 90, and 75, which we are going to consider as the frequencies. Okay, so these are the declaration part. Next comes the function call plt.bar. So bar is an inbuilt function which is available under this package matplotlib.pyplot. Now the method of writing, or the syntax of writing, has to go in the format of the way we plot x comma y. So whatever has to be on x-axis we declare first. So since we are going to keep all this data on the x-axis, so the variables declaration goes in first. Then comes comma. What are you going to put? The frequencies. What is the variable which is storing the list of data? Is data itself. Do you have declared data? Okay. Now here are 3 more functions which we are going to provide here: x label, y label, and title. Now x label is the labeling for x-axis, which is subjects, and y label is the labeling for y-axis, which is marks. Title is the labeling for the whole graph, which is report. And plt.show is the function which will help us to display the output. Now, one very important thing I would like to say here, that all these functions which are declared here, which has been provided a function call with the help of this PLT object, these are available under the package matplotlib.pyplot. Okay, so we have to import this first. So this becomes your first statement what you're going to mention, and then further we have got all this function call provided by which has been accessed with the help of PLT. Okay, so let us execute this. There it is. Here is our required bar graph. So if I get into the bar graph, let us see simultaneously. Let me zoom this section of my program. We'll zoom in once again. Sure. Now it's fine. So you can see here, as we have declared English, physics, chemistry, IP, bio. So all this comes under the labeling for the x-axis. Then plt.y level marks. All this goes as the frequencies. Okay, so you can see here y level marks when we are marking, when the highlighted line, this statement what I've written is y level marks. That means what we are giving the name to the y-axis, and what will be written here, marks. And the overall graph, what we can see here, I'll just mark it here. Okay, the overall name of the graph has been provided as what, report. So here it is. It has been provided with the help of this title function. So this is the title of the graph which has been given. Okay, now what am I going to do is I'll do some certain changes. And a very important thing before the change I would like to say you that by default the colors of each of the bars will be blue. This you need to remember. The colors of each of the bars will be blue. Now if we want to change the color, what you're going to do, we are going to put another parameter, color equal to, let us take yellow. Now let us see the output. See, the color of the bars changes, and then we can also take another parameter which is called edge color. Edge color equal to red. So this edge color will actually provide a border to each of the bars. So you can see the difference between the previous one and the one which we get it now. Okay. Now, certain times we also require that, okay, each of the bars will be given different colors. Each of the bars will be provided with different colors. In that case, what we are going to do is, let's just remove this edge color parameter. What we will be doing is, we'll be providing list of values to the color. First yellow, then let us take red, then let us take, okay, blue, then let us take green, and then let us take, okay, magenta. Okay, and then close our list. Here it is. So what we have done is we have specified colors to each of these bars. So when I execute it now, we get different colors for each of the bars. So one thing you have to remember, that the number of colors which we have mentioned should be equal to the number of datas which we are representing on the x-axis. This is our graph which we have designed here, we have coded here with different colors provided here. The previous one was having only a single set of color. Now we have provided multiple colors to each of the bars. So this is how we are going to create a bar graph. So hopefully you have understood all the key points and key functions of all of this what we have come across today. So thank you all of you.